Barbara Blowers, 930 Beckett Point Road. I know that the public hearing for the increase in fees was held last week, and I hadn't really had time to think about this. But on Friday I was looking up a septic permit from 1990, and I saw that during that year the environmental health had processed some 700 applications. I then went to look at the list that I had made up in the last couple of years for 2006-2007 permits to see who was doing what to which. Because as you know, I have an objection to planners looking at building permits. It doesn't happen in other counties. And got an idea of how many permits were being processed with the amount of staff that we had. I think before you vote on this increase in fees, you need to know exactly what is happening at DCD. You need to not only know how many permits are in process, but what the permits are for. And that information is available. You can get it. It takes a couple of days for Roseanne to get it printed out, but it is available. And I think you'll see that there is really no need to increase the fees. There aren't that many permits being processed. We are in a terrible economic time. And to suggest that fees need to be increased because of the workload, I think is silly. And I think if you get the facts, I'm going to go ahead and have that information provided to me. But I did talk to Phil sometime during the last year about the issues of who is processing different kinds of permits. And you know, planners should be processing zoning permits and shoreline development permits and things like that. But I'm not so sure that they need to be looking at things like decks and fences and other things that are really just a building permit issue. But I think if you looked at the actual number of permits that are at the county right now and what they're being processed for, I think you would get quite a different picture than what you're being told. Thank you.